They tried to silence you, didn't they? They've made you feel small, insignificant, and powerless. Every time you've dared to speak your truth, they've pushed you down, whispered that you weren't enough, and convinced you that your voice didn't matter. The weight of their words, the crushing silence that followed every attempt you made to be heard, it's been suffocating. It's as if the world conspired to keep you locked in a cage of fear and doubt. You were told you were too loud, too different, too bold, too much. They told you that you weren't worthy of being seen or heard, that your dreams were too big, too impossible. They told you the world would chew you up and spit you out if you even dared to reach for something greater. You feel it, don't you? The lingering silence, the silence of 1,000 unspoken words, the silence of rejection. But that silence is not your enemy. No, it's the weapon they used to silence you. It's the oppression they forced on you, the invisible chains that bound you to a life of fear, the doubts they planted inside your heart, the idea that you could never achieve what you dreamt of, that you weren't good enough to stand among the greats. That fear, that self-doubt, it's been suffocating you, stealing the air from your lungs and holding you hostage in a prison of your own mind. But here's the truth. That silence, those doubts, that fear, they are not your truth. They never were. You've spent too long hiding, too long believing the lie that you are nothing more than what they said you were, but no longer. This is your moment, your awakening. The world has tried to crush you, to dim your light, but it has only made you stronger. Every time they've tried to silence you, they've only built a fire inside of you that refuses to die. Your struggles, your pain, the moments you thought you would break, they are not your end. They are the forge in which your true power has been shaped. Look at you. You've survived every storm that has come your way. You've weathered the pain, the rejection, the loss. You've stood when they tried to knock you down. You've fought when they tried to crush your spirit. You've kept going, even when you couldn't see the way forward. And now you stand here, stronger, wiser, more resilient than ever before. You are not the broken version of yourself they tried to create. No, you are the warrior who has emerged from the rubble, ready to claim your place in this world. Your story is not one of defeat. It's one of victory. Every step, every battle, every moment of despair, those were just chapters leading you to this very moment where you realize that nothing, no one can silence you anymore. You are not just surviving anymore. You are thriving. You are not just existing. You are living. You are a force, and nothing can stop you now. They told you you weren't enough. They said you would never be anything more than what they allowed you to be. They imposed their limitations on you, whispering lies in your ear until you started to believe them. Society, friends, even family, they all tried to mold you into something you were never meant to be. You were born with a fire in your heart, a hunger for more, but they tried to dim it. Every time you reached for something bigger, they pulled you back. Every time you sought your voice, they told you it was too loud, too much. The world told you to be small. They told you that you weren't good enough, that your dreams were too big, that you were destined to live in the shadow of everyone else's expectations. Like a caged bird with clipped wings, your spirit has been bound. You are trapped in a world that refused to let you soar. You've been surrounded by walls, the weight of rejection pressing down on you from all sides. Every attempt to rise higher felt like another hand pushing you down. The world tried to break you, to steal your wings, to suffocate your voice. It was never about your worth. It was about their fear. They feared your power, your potential. They feared the woman you were meant to become. So they buried you under layers of doubt, isolation, and rejection. You felt the toll of that silence, haven't you? The crushing weight of being ignored, dismissed, or even ridiculed. You've carried that weight for too long, as if your very existence was an inconvenience to the world. Every rejection stung. But the worst part wasn't just the words. It was the way they made you feel about yourself. They planted seeds of doubt in your heart, made you question your worth. Every time you told yourself you weren't good enough, you were living their lies, and those lies, they grew deep roots. They took hold of your mind, your heart, your soul. But those scars, the ones that no one can see, they are real. They have shaped you, scarred you, made you who you are today. But here's the thing, those scars aren't just physical. They're etched into your soul, invisible to the world, but you feel them with every breath you take. They remind you of the battles you've fought, the tears you've shed, the nights you've spent wondering if it was all worth it. They remind you of the time you spent silencing your own voice, stifling your own desires, all because you were afraid of judgment, afraid of being seen for who you truly are. You've lived in fear of rejection for so long. But let me tell you this, that fear, that self-doubt, it's not who you are. It's not your truth. The suppression you've lived with, the self-censorship, the constant fear of judgment, it's been suffocating. You've held yourself back, thinking you weren't enough, thinking you didn't have permission to shine. The world told you to stay quiet, to shrink, to blend in, and you listened. But now, you can feel it, can't you? That small spark deep within you. It's been there all along, buried beneath the layers of silence and fear. It's the part of you that's been screaming for release, for recognition, for freedom. And you can feel it now, can't you? The rumble inside of you, the feeling of something shifting. You are no longer the woman they tried to silence. You are more than the doubt they tried to impose upon you. The battle you fought wasn't just with the world around you. It was with the war inside your own mind. The voice that told you you were nothing. The voice that told you your dreams were too big. The voice that made you believe you were meant to be small. It's time to silence that voice. It's time to end the war within you. Because deep down, you know who you are. You know what you're capable of. And no amount of silence, no amount of doubt can take that away from you. But that dark night of the soul, it was real, wasn't it? The moments when you doubted everything about yourself. The times when the weight of your struggles felt like too much to bear. When you wondered if you could go on. You stood at the edge of that abyss, staring into the darkness, unsure if you would make it out. There was a time when you thought you might break. When you thought that silence would swallow you whole. That was your lowest point. The place where hope seemed too far away. But even there, in that moment of despair, something stirred inside of you. It may have been small, almost unnoticeable, but it was there. Your resilience, the fire that had never truly gone out. You didn't break. You stood. And now, that same fire is burning brighter than ever before. You're still standing, aren't you? You may have been knocked down. You may have fallen. But you never stayed down. You have been through hell, but you are not defeated. The world may have tried to break you, but it has only made you stronger. You are the warrior who has walked through the fire, and now nothing can stand in your way. A crack forms in the ice, and with it, you feel the first tremor of freedom. It's small at first, barely noticeable, but you feel it deep within you. A shift occurs. Something stirs. A sense of rebellion, a quiet defiance against everything that has tried to hold you back. You've been silent for so long, but now, in the deepest recesses of your soul, you know that silence is no longer an option. The moments of defiance may seem insignificant, just whispers in the wind, but they are building. Every time you take a step towards standing up for yourself, every time you dare to speak your truth, the walls around you crumble a little more. You were born for this moment. Every scar, every tear, every battle you've fought. These aren't marks of weakness. They are proof of your strength. They are the badges of honor earned in the darkest of times. Each one tells a story of resilience, a story of a soul that refused to break. You faced every obstacle, every challenge, every attempt to silence you. And yet here you are, still standing. Your story isn't one of defeat. It's a testament to your endurance. You are not the woman they tried to make you. You are not the sum of their doubts and fears. You are a force, unshakable, undeniable. and rising. But now, you have to confront something even darker than the silence you've lived in. It's that voice, the one that's whispered in your ear since the beginning, the one that told you that you were too weak, too small, too unworthy. That voice inside you that says, you can't do it, you'll never be enough. It's the voice that makes you second guess every step you take, every decision you make. But here's the truth, that voice isn't yours. That voice is the voice of every person who tried to break you. It's the voice of your doubters, your critics, your oppressors. It's the voice of the world that told you that you didn't belong. But that voice, it is a lie. You have to confront it. Look that fear in the eye. Acknowledge it, yes, but don't let it define you. Your greatest fear is not that you are weak. It's that you are powerful beyond measure. It's that you are capable of achieving things you've never allowed yourself to believe. That fear inside you, it wants to keep you small. It wants to keep you in the dark, where you don't shine. But you know what? It is the fear of your own potential. And now, it's time to rise above it. When you embrace that fear, when you acknowledge it for what it truly is, you take away its power. The moment you stop running from your own vulnerability, you start to see it differently. That fear isn't a roadblock, it's a stepping stone. It's the lesson that helps you find your true strength. When you can face your insecurities head on, when you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am enough, you are free. You have reclaimed your power. This is where the magic happens, the moment of self-realization. You are more than what others have tried to define you as. You are more than the labels they've placed on you, more than the restrictions they've tried to impose. You are not the sum of their opinions or their doubts. You are limitless. The phoenix rises from the ashes, and so do you. Every time life tried to burn you, every time the flames of rejection, pain, and doubt tried to consume you, you rose again, stronger, more powerful, unbreakable. You were never broken. You were never weak. You were simply waiting for the moment when you would finally recognize your own strength. And now, that moment has arrived. You can feel it, can't you? That surge of power inside you. The realization that you are not the victim of your circumstances. You are the creator of your destiny. Your power was always within you. It just needed the right moment to awaken. That moment is now. The struggles you've endured, the battles you've fought, they were the fire that forged you into the woman you are today. Every obstacle, every setback, every moment of doubt, they weren't roadblocks. They were opportunities to discover who you truly are. And now, you see it. You are not just surviving. You are thriving. You are not just existing. You are living. And nothing can take that from you. The fire that tried to burn you, it made you stronger. The chains that once bound you, you've shattered them. And now, the world has no choice but to watch as you rise to claim your place in it. You are unbreakable. You are unstoppable. And now, the world will know your name. You stand tall now, no more silent. The fear that once held you back, that muted your voice, it's gone. It's no longer a part of your reality. The world tried to silence you, to make you small, but you found your voice, your true voice, the one that's been buried deep within you all this time. And now, the world can't ignore you. Now when you speak, they listen. Every word you say is like thunder, a force that shakes the earth beneath their feet. The whispers of doubt that once filled your mind are gone, replaced with the roar of your truth. You've become a force of nature, unyielding and undeniable. What was once a quiet murmur of hope now echoes through the world like a storm. Your voice is no longer the sound of hesitation. It's the sound of confidence, of certainty, of power. You have found the strength to speak your truth, and the world has no choice but to hear you. They can't look away. You've broken free of the chains that held you in silence, and now you stand tall, unafraid, unashamed, and unyielding. This is your moment. This is your time to rise, and there is nothing that can stop you. But it wasn't just about surviving. No, it was about owning every single step of your journey. The struggles, the pain, the heartache, they didn't break you. They forged you. You didn't just make it through. You fought. You climbed. You broke through every barrier that tried to hold you back. You rose from the ashes of every defeat, stronger and more resilient than before. And now, you are the hero of your story. You are the one who stood when everyone told you to fall. You are the one who refused to be silenced when they tried to bury you in darkness. You have walked through the fire, and now you are the fire. You are not the person they tried to make you. You are not the version of yourself that the world tried to suppress. No, you are the woman who has transcended the past that tried to define you. You are the force that cannot be stopped. You are the one who has taken all the pain, all the struggle, and turned it into power. Every scar, every tear, every moment of doubt, it's all part of your victory. You've taken it all and made it yours. Now you are stronger, fiercer, and more unstoppable than ever before. They can't stop you now. They tried, didn't they? They tried to hold you down, to push you into a corner, to make you believe that you were small and insignificant. They wanted you to break. They wanted to see you crumble under the weight of their doubts and fears. But you rise. You rise because you are not the person they tried to make you. You are not the victim they wanted you to be. You are the survivor. You are the warrior. You are the conqueror. And now, as you stand in your power, as you claim your place in this world, there is nothing that can stand in your way. The struggles, the silencing, they only made you stronger. Every moment of pain, every rejection, every time you were told you weren't enough, it all led to this. It all led to you standing here, unbreakable, unstoppable, ready to take on the world. The world can't stop you. No one can. You are the force that cannot be contained, the storm that cannot be tamed. The struggles that once threatened to destroy you now fuel your fire. The doubts that once held you back are now the fuel for your unstoppable rise. And you know what? They'll never see you coming, because now you are the force that the world never expected, and you are here to claim what's rightfully yours. You have transformed. You are no longer the person you once were, the person who cowered in silence, the one who believed the lies they told you. No longer are you the victim of their doubts, their rejection, their fear. You are reborn, stronger, and more powerful than you ever imagined. You are the embodiment of the very thing they tried to break, the legacy of those who thought they could silence you. The power of silence is no longer yours to bear. It was never a punishment. It was a challenge that you have risen to, defeated, and conquered. The silence was never meant to suffocate you. It was meant to bring out the warrior within you. And now you stand here, a living testament to that transformation. Every scar, every wound, every moment of pain that once tried to define you now serves as a reminder of the strength you possess. You are the proof that silence is not a sentence. It's a call to arms. It's an invitation to rise, to find your voice, to claim your place in the world. Those who tried to break you, those who tried to silence you, they have no power over you now, because you have embraced your authenticity. You have embraced who you truly are, and you've stepped into the light of your own power. Your voice is no longer a whisper. It is a roar, echoing through the world, shaking the very foundations of everything that tried to hold you down. This transformation, this powerful shift, is the legacy you now carry. It is the legacy of every person who has ever tried to suppress you, who has ever tried to convince you that you were too much, too loud, too strong. You have become the proof that nothing can hold you back, that no force in the world can ever silence the power within you. You have stepped into your greatness, and now you are a beacon of empowerment for all who see you. But the journey doesn't stop here. This is only the beginning. The world will try to silence you again, just as it tried before. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when fear whispers in your ear. when the world tries to push you back into the shadows. But you know something now that you didn't know before. You are unbreakable. You are the storm that can never be calmed. You are the fire that can never be extinguished. So keep rising, keep fighting, keep pushing forward. Never forget the truth of who you are. You are the force that cannot be stopped, the one who has faced the darkness and emerged into the light. The world will try to silence you again, but you will never forget the truth of your power. You will stand tall forever. This is your legacy. This is your moment, and nothing will ever take that away from you. The world will witness your rise, your strength, your power, and it will never be able to silence you again. So rise and continue to claim what is yours. Keep pushing forward, because you are destined for greatness, and nothing in this world can stop you.